Name is Brendan Hoover. This is my final project for CSE 35 in the fall semester here. And my whole project essentially was creating a fitness tracker app, kind of similar to what we were doing in the homeworks a little bit, but a little bit more in depth, and then just kind of building off of that a little bit to an extent. Different ideas though for sure in there. And just the whole goal essentially was, be able to log your workouts, see your workouts, using different data points from versus our homework, and then just different styles essentially. And then you can also see different locations for different workout areas within the work that you can work out at essentially. So I'll start in content view. The main thing up here that I did was, so I used a VStack for everything, kept it very simple for the home page. And so as you can see here, you can see the code here. Um, so you got the fitness tracker, just the title of the app essentially, and then just use a spacer using a VStack. And then down here you can see I got my different navigation buttons here, different colors. They're all grouped together essentially. And then, just the typical content preview, pretty simple. So go to the log workout view here. So, yep, here we are. Here is my log workout view. More or less, the main thing here is I just use a stepper for the duration of minutes. So you can go up, you can go down. Doesn't really matter, whatever you want to do. And then I have just different options for you, whether you want to do uh, cardio, strength, yoga, hit, other, doesn't really matter. Just you get to select that, and then you select it essentially. And then you can type in the location you were at. It's optional. Also, you don't necessarily have to type in the location. You're still able to type in nothing, up to you. Then you just have your different options here with whether you were tired, exhausted, felt great, up to you. And then I've used a slider for the intensity level. So, if you want to go down, it just goes down, and you can see it kind of changing down here. So it's just 1 through 10. It's fairly simple, not going too crazy. And then I have a little notes thing, another optional thing. You don't have to have notes. And then there is my save workout button. So, and you really don't need to input too much data for it to be saved successfully. I'm not gonna ask you for like a ton of data. It's up to you. And so it'll save, so we save that workout successfully, essentially. And then down here we connect the persistence controller more or less just so you can have it connects the core data essentially with the other parts. Pretty simple, and then the different data types that are used in there. And then next, so we have our workout history view. So the main thing is we use different fetch requests and then to log objects from the core data. Pretty relatively straightforward on that. And then it will have different like view animations. And one of the main animations is like, let's say you want it to go in and change some data from a workout or your most previous. Either way, not important, but if you wanted to change it, it does it pretty smoothly. So, if you say it's like I accidentally put in 15 minutes, you can change it to 20, 30. It doesn't really matter. And then next, so in my find locations view, kind of the main thing was I used Foursquare. You can see down here, I got my Foursquare service. So I used Foursquare API. And the main purpose of that was I kind of did a little bit of research, figured out, what's a good free API to use for it. And for something like this project with fitness, and Foursquare was the one that kept coming up. I used it, and it was pretty simple, pretty straightforward to use. It wasn't too tough, and in there, pretty much it just has different like region state updates. It's pretty dynamic in there, and yeah. So, and then next we'll go down here to my persistence controller. So in here, this is fairly simple. I mean, you need it for the core data. And what it really does, more or less, is it's like the core data stack for the app, and it will initialize, as you can see here, the NS persistence container. So it will contain just the different values in there. and then it just connects it all more or less. And it's, I guess if you can't load it or whatever, it does have the error messages within there, as you can see. Let's see here. And then, so here's my Foursquare service. And so with the Foursquare service, you can see, so I got my API key up here. I decided to just kind of keep it in the main Foursquare service. It's I guess in practice, I'd have it saved somewhere else. I'd fetch it from a different area just for security purposes, but I left it in here instead. As you can see, kind of the main thing is the API gets fetched in there, and then we will just use different GET requests in there, more or less. Pretty straightforward in there. Um, and then you can also see we are decoding the different API responses more or less. And then, yeah, so and like you can see the decoding of the JSON in here. So, and then my location manager. There we are. Alrighty, so this is just more or less, it just makes it so it's real time. It's real time updating for where you are. Just using more or less like if you're on, so you're on the move or something and you want to find a workout place near you, it's not like saved at your home spot. It's using your location essentially. And then here's kind of my core data setup. Relatively simple. You can see it's got the entities, just the workout log, and then your different data attributes. So, date, duration, exercise type, feel, ID, intensity, and notes. And then up here, we just have the kind of our info for different API stuff that we can use. So now I will go into content view. All right. So let's see here. So let's say we want to go ahead and log a workout. So let's see here. All right. Let's say we did 35 minutes. So what? See our cardio. Did we do cardio? Yeah. Maybe we did a HIIT workout and we did it at EOS. EOS, it's commonplace. So we went to EOS for it. After it, I guess we were feeling pretty tired per se, I guess. And then our intensity level was a 7. Some notes. We got it done! Exclamation point. Great. Fantastic. All right, so we saved our workout. And now let's go home on this. Let's view our history. There it is. You can see it. So, like I said, so it's got everything that we put in there. Our exercises, HIIT, duration, how to feel, intensity, and then some notes. And kind of like I said, so I just kind of put the location more as like a note than anything. It's nothing crazy. So, we went to EOS for it, and then, we got it done. And then let's see here, let's do find location. So, all right, so yep, we're in Tempe. So a couple places near us. We got our EOS fitness up here we could go to. We got a park down here that we could go to. Just different options for places if we wanted to do some physical activity. So yeah, and that is all. Thank you for your time.